I've been harping on this topic for years, but it's especially true in periods of inflation and economic recession. It's essential that you know your practice's overhead and break-even point for the day. Your team should know those amounts too. When your employees come in every morning, do they know the practice has to do $2,500 worth of dentistry just to pay the bills and break even? If a couple of patients have canceled, is your front desk team calling to schedule someone for those open spots, or are people headed to lunch just because it's noon? I always say the dental team should break even before lunch until the practice shouldn't even break for lunch until the practice is broken even for the day, because everything after lunch should be nothing but net. As Peter Drucker says, what gets measured gets managed. This quote emphasizes that understanding and tracking your key metrics is essential to managing and growing your business effectively. Knowing your numbers allows for better decision making, identifying opportunities, and addressing challenges proactively. All hands on deck. Now, I'm not a proponent of forcing your team to work hangry every day. That's going to affect how they interact with each other and your patients, but you get the point. Everyone on the team needs to work to maximize revenue and minimize overhead wherever you can. During times of inflation and economic slowdowns, this can be particularly tough. When they're watching every dollar, patients are going to need more persuading than now is the best time to take care of their dental issues. How are your treatment coordinator and financial coordinator doing in their conversion rates? Is it time for more training or a checkup on how your front desk is answering the phones? If you're not recording phone calls, you have no idea what's going on with your phones. Just the fact that everyone knows they are being recorded makes everyone up their game. It's why they put security cameras above every cash register at every convenience store, even though most of them don't work or aren't even being monitored. But as long as everyone thinks they are working, they work. A numbers game. Revenue is vanity, profit is sanity, but cash is king. This quote highlights that while generating sales and production is important, ensuring timely collections is critical to maintaining cash flow and the financial health of your dental office. Without collections, even high revenue won't sustain operations. This is also the time to reassess your collections and cost. What your collection goal as a percentage of adjusted production? What are the figures in your account aging report? How often are statements going out? What are you paying for supplies, insurance, internet, or cleaning services? In her practice management article, consultant Sandy Perdue shares her suggestions for practical, actionable steps practice owners and team members should be taking right now. As she puts it, now more than ever, efficient internal systems are needed for consistent income and predictability in your practice. If you collect $900,000 in the next 12 months and reduce overhead by 5%, that adds $45,000 to your bottom line. You need to get to yes. Another truism that even more true when times get tight, you've got to meet your patient's needs above and beyond what happens in the operatory chair. If potential patients keep asking if you got Saturday or weekend appointments and you keep telling them no, that business you won't get because your colleague across town or the doc in the DSO practice that just opened down the street does offer that convenience. And if you can't get them into your operatory, you can't make them ambassadors of your practice. It won't matter how good your dentistry is if nobody is telling their friends, their coworkers, or the people who post questions in their social media feeds about your office. It's time to make some hard decisions about how you and your team are practicing dentistry right now. Are you willing to put in the time and energy to help ensure your success? Sandy Perdue, one of the most trusted and reliable practice management consultants in the Dentaltown community, shares her advice and suggestions on how to reduce overhead in an article, Overhead and Inflation by Sandy Perdue. It's a great article. Thanks for tuning in. If you've enjoyed this episode of Howard Speaks, please like, subscribe, and share. I read all your comments and appreciate you and your support. So take care, be good, and create a rocking great day.